Hey guys, what's going on? It's Stevie Evie here, and we're gonna do another deck profile. It's been a while since I've done one because just been busy with some stuff. So this video is a deck profile for Satellarknights. I think I built the deck probably a good maybe month or two ago. I don't remember, or I had everything for it, but I didn't want to build the deck. So obviously, some cards are going to be changed eventually on down the line. I don't exactly know quite yet, but a few things I'm missing are, I think, the quick play spell, I believe, for the Satellarknight deck. That is the one that essentially recycles the one on the field and gives you a different one. So without further ado, this is the current list that I have. It might change depending on competitive play, but this is the one that I feel is kind of fun. So we have 3 Deneb. This is your searcher. It's pretty standard stuff. 3 of a Knuckle High. It's your Foolish Burial. 3 copies of Vega. I don't know, just really good card. It's like a Marauding Captain for the deck. 3 of Altair. He specials 1 from the deck or from the graveyard when you summon him. But you can only attack with Tellers after that point. 3 of Valor. I think Valor is really good right now because you might think Ash is better, but sometimes just having that effect stopper on the field is just a whole lot better. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 1 copy of Pot of Desires, because I think multiple Desires is kind of bad in a 40-card deck. 1 of Satellarknight Genesis to pop your opponent's spells and traps when you're, having an issue trying to play the game. Oh yeah, here's more one-ofs. 1 Reinforcement of the Army, that's the only, I think, last one of. 2 copies of Chalice, Forbidden Chalice, to stop your opponent from, basically so you can play the game, essentially. Or, if you need to, give you a little boost to try and win the game. This is something that a lot of people might not be too good on, actually running this card, Ties of the Brethren. So if you get Valored sometimes, or you get Impermanenced, or they stop you in some way, shape, or form, you could play this, and this kind of extends your plays, plus gives you more monsters on the board to try and, play out of the situation. And if you start with not Deneb, you get Deneb off of this. So, and Deneb gets you Altair, which starts your combos, essentially. It's a really good card. But you have to pay 2K in order to, get it to be played. 3 of Dark Ruler No More. You try to go a second with this deck so that you can try and break their boards. So in the long run, I might actually put evenly matched in this deck, but this is kind of what I'm going with right now. But it's a really good card. You don't necessarily need to attack the first turn. You just want to establish a good board and try and set up a good play. 1 of Imperial Order, 1 of Starlight Road. I think those are the only one-ofs. There might be more, I'm not sure. 2 of Anti-Spell of Fragrance. Because some of the times you're going first, some of the times you're going second. Usually when you start the game out, you want to go first, because your opponent will think that you don't have any side decked cards in, and usually Dark Ruler is a side deck card. So I think that that's probably a better idea to run, a heavy trap lineup, or at least a decent enough trap lineup. 2 Call the Haunted. I just don't like 3 because sometimes when you dead draw 3, you just can't do anything with it. So. And our Solemn Brigade, we have 3 copies of Strike. I think Strike's just better because, being able to stop that monster effect is 10 times easier than stopping a summon, because sometimes effects are just such a powerhouse to try and stop. So 3 of Strike, 3 of Judgment. And this is kind of self-explanatory, just an amazing card. And of our last Counter Trap, this is the only copy of the card that I have. 3 of Satellar Nova Alpha. This is a foreign rarity one. I don't exactly know which ones these are. I think 2 of them are different rarities than this other one. So that's kind of interesting. But if your opponent activates a spell trap or a monster effect, you can tribute a Satellarknight monster from your field to negate and destroy that card. So if they Mystic Mine you, you stop it there, and then you get to draw a card. So it's like, I want to say it's kind of a neg. I don't know. And then, of the extra deck cards that we're running 1 of Stardust Dragon. If you do resolve Starlight Road, because, what's his name, Lightning Storm is an amazing card right now. This is just another way to out Lightning Storm on top of what you currently have. 1 of Nightmare Unicorn, one copy of Nightmare Cerberus, one copy of Nightmare Phoenix. Just, you know, awesome Nightmare package. Cowboy for game. It's a meme, but, you know, it's still good. Number 60, still a really good card. Get you the draws when you can't draw into the things that you necessarily need at the time. One copy of Bujinte Tsukiyomi. Oh, also Durgress has a couple more effects too. I forgot to mention that. Boosting effect and a Graveyard Reborn effect, so it's still a good card. I think that card will go up in price down the line. But this is just in case you know, just want to draw a few cards, plus it's a good defense body, so. And I think we are down to the last important part, 2 Deltaros. Just a really good card to use off of the rank 2 for Satellars. And our other amazing and broken card, in my opinion, for Satellars, 3 of Trevere. If you can't out your opponent's board, or if they have something that says you can't target them, this thing just bounces everything back, plus it rips a card out of your opponent's hand. Just such an amazing card. I think that card is just too good, plus when it goes to the graveyard by any means. Link, Synchro, whatever the case may be. You can't Synchro with this, obviously. Or Link. Basically, whenever this goes to the graveyard in any way means, you get to reborn you get to bring back a Satellarknight monster. Or maybe Teller, I forget how it goes. Teller, I believe. From your graveyard, and you get to special summon it. So it's a good card. And then we have 3 copies of Dark Tellarknight Baltimomias. This card single-handedly, I kind of think brought the deck back to where it was, or did, you know, something decent for the deck. You overlay into 2 Satellars, and you get this guy, and he acts like a Zodiac monster to a degree. You get to detach a material from this card, discard a card from your hand to the graveyard, and you get to overlay a Satellarknight monster that's an Exceed monster on top of this. I think it's a Tellarknight monster, but either which way, usually you're going for Trevere. Trevere bounces everything back. Your opponent has to try and play out of that situation. Such a good card, I think. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Sorry, it's 7 minutes long. Explaining this stuff, I don't necessarily know who actually would not know how to play Satellars. But if you've never played, I think it's like 2014, that was when this deck came out. That's just a brief overview from the deck. So, I want to say tonight, because I haven't done this in a while, we're going to do an updated deck profile on a deck. This deck, very odd deck. Something that I don't have the new cards, the brand new cards for it, but I think that it would be interesting to do you guys a different profile that you guys have never seen before, which is this deck. So look forward to that. Hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. But it definitely will be either today or tomorrow, because I definitely do want to put out this new deck profile. This is a interesting deck. It's not what you think it immediately is. It's something else, and I made it myself. I think it's cool when you can make something that you can innovate, and this is that deck. But there's more to the deck than what you just see in front of you. So look forward to that, and I hope I see you guys in the future. You know, as far as, you know, more deck profiles and maybe even a box opening or 2. We'll see what happens. But I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. And this is High Impact, out.